What's happening, everybody? Ghost Gamer here, and today we are going to be reviewing Farming Simulator 2015. Now, please, somebody, for the love of Pete, explain to me what the hard-on is that people have about a farming simulator. I really don't get it. Mike, if you're watching this, please explain to me why you like these kinds of games. I'm not poking fun, I'm just kind of confused. If you went through the channel as of late, we did a review on Farming Simulator 2013 not too long ago. And of course now 2015 has come out, and somebody, i.e. Mike, I'm calling you out, has asked me to review this one. Now, I understand his concept here, why spend the money on the new one if the old one's just as good? Well, I gotta say, there are a few things that have been, added to the Farming Simulator 2015 that is actually kind of cool, like the logging. That was actually kind of cool, up until a point where I realized how buggy it really was. It's just one of those things that, hey, I can chop down trees, cool. Hey, I can plant new ones, cool. Hey, I can chop them up into, essentially sawdust and sell it off. Hey, that's kind of cool. Or I could just sell the logs. Awesome. But when it really comes down to it, there were so many issues involved. Everything from, it's a pain in the butt to chop down a tree to begin with. Either way you cut it, it's still not as fluid as it should be. And if you're a die-hard Farming Simulator 2015 fan, hey, I gotta say, you gotta admit, it's not exactly the best thing in the world as far as mechanics go. The concept is there, the concept's a decent one, but they need to iron out the mechanics. They also need to iron out the physics. But anyhow, moving on. There is a lot of improvements that they made, surprisingly enough, to the graphics, and I give them props for that. However, at the same time, they didn't improve it as much as I would assume they should. There are still a lot of bugs involved, and I can tell you, I spent probably about 5 hours trying to do an actual logging run. Everything from chopping down the tree to loading the 5-meter long tree segments into a logging trailer, or whatever you want to call it, dropping those off, turning some into sawdust, so on and so forth. And it just seemed like half of an absolute nightmare. I say half because it wasn't an absolute nightmare, but it was close. All in all, you have the same concepts and things like that as you do the first, well, not the first one, but the 2013 rev. Just with a few improvements. I do like the sheer fact that they started putting dirt on vehicles. So the more you drive around your tractor or your truck or trailer or whatever you have, it will slowly accrue dirt from the surroundings, which is something that I would expect the game to have. However, the physics are still choppy. For some reason, if you're going at a decent pace with a trailer that's got a load or no load, it seems like it tries to fishtail on you. And I'm talking about the trailer. The steering's kind of cattywampus at times. There's bugs and glitches throughout the game that need to be fixed. If you're watching the screen, just keep watching. This is a prime example. It's supposed to chew up this entire log. Gets only about halfway through, and then stops. No matter how much you try and nudge it along, it still does nothing. So, quite frankly, if you are a die-hard Farming Simulator fan, you may want to look into it because it's got some new features to it, it's got some new stuff to it. If you could really care less, don't buy it. I personally would probably only give this game a 5, maybe a 6, mainly because of all the bugs they have involved. The one good thing I do like about the Farming Simulator franchise, if you will, is the amount of mods that are available out there. The amount of people that are making mods for it is actually quite awesome, and I wish more games would kind of float towards that market, or towards that avenue. But all in all, like I said, if you... I personally wouldn't go out and buy it unless it was kind of, unless it wasn't something that I do. If it was just, for fun and not for trying to help other people out and review games and whatnot, I probably wouldn't buy it, just because it is nothing more than 2013 rather, with essentially a few mods on it. That's the only way I could look at it. It's kind of a cash grab with, a few mods, a few changes here and there, and then, hey, let's put out a new rev. That's one of the reasons why I do not like any of those games that you see out there for sports, because every year it's the same thing, just a few mods. But hey, that's all for me. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have anything to add or you think that I've left out, by all means, throw that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about it. But for now, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys later.